North Korea hints at fresh military provocation if US imposes new sanctions. North Korea said Sunday that its latest long-range missile test was a stern warning to the US over Washington's bolstered sanctions push, and said it would respond with a resolute tact of justice if provoked militarily. The nuclear-armed North conducted its second successful test firing of an intercontinental ballistic missile Friday, a launch that experts said highlighted the country's growing ability to strike targets across much of the U.S. mainland. In case the U.S. fails to come to its own senses and continues to resort to military adventure and tough sanctions, the DPRK will respond with its resolute tact of justice, the state-run Korean Central News Agency quoted a foreign ministry spokesman as saying in a dispatch Sunday. DPRK is the acronym from the North's formal name, the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. Friday's launch of an ICBM known as the Hwasong-14 was meant to send a stern warning to the US, making senseless remarks being lost to reason in the frantic sanctions and pressure campaign against the DPRK, the report said. US President Donald Trump blasted the regime of North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un over its latest reckless and dangerous action, saying after Friday's launch that the test would further isolate the country. Diplomat, Secretary of State Rex Tillerson, also lambasted the test as a blatant violation of multiple United Nations Security Council resolutions and urged all nations to take a strong public stance against North Korea. Washington, together with Tokyo, have been among the leading proponents of hitting Pyongyang with a fresh round of ramped-up sanctions over its nuclear and missile programs. In total, the North has been slapped with 6 sets of UN sanctions since it first tested a nuclear weapon in 2006. 2 resolutions adopted last year had significantly tightened that sanctions regime. Those moves have stoked anger in the North, which claims that its nuclear weapons push is a purely defensive move. US threats of military action and extreme sanctions on the DPRK only emboldens the latter and provides further justification for its access to nukes, and which cannot be discarded or bartered for anything, the KCNA report said.